Hello everybody, I'm Peter Globe, and we're ending this ranking the Universes series with ranking Universe 7 fighters. Now first thing, I began watching Dragon Ball when the Tournament of Power was announced. So, mindless to say, I started watching that pretty late. Seriously, Tournament of Power, the only arc I've watched from the start to the end. So, as you can imagine, most of my thoughts will come from this arc. There will be some from the previous because I did watch at least clips and some other the small things about them, but and the movies. But outside of that, most of it will just be completely from Tournament of Power. I also need to remind you that this is just my personal opinion and this isn't scaling down by their power. It's just which ones I prefer. With that said, let's go on with this list. Number 10. Tien. Now, the reason I put Tien at the bottom is because all my knowledge comes from this arc. I might see him in battles, armorverse and all that, but outside of that, completely this arc. And just so we are all aware, this arc had did nothing to make me convinced that Tien should be one of my favorites or anything. It was basically like all those characters that get immediately aced. It was basically like that Tien. I mean, he had a couple of noble moments, but outside of those, nothing much really. So yeah, nothing much to say about Tien. Number 9. Krillin. Although it was good that he had, this weakling actually showcased some promise in battling by outmaneuvering Gohan to showcase that he can actually hold his own, actually eliminate some fighters, and just, doing something. Outside of that, but even though he did something, he didn't do a lot. Like, seriously, if he was more in and actually more things, he would possibly more, but most of the series, he was just a sideline character saying something, but nothing else really. So yeah, not much to talk about him. He was just more silent than Tien and more doing something and actually showcase more of a personality. But again, outside of that, not much. Number 8. Gohan. Now, the main reason why I put Gohan solo on this list is because first thing, I want to emphasize that I don't know exactly how this ultimate form works of Gohan or anything, but I personally find it bogus that this guy who has shown that lack of training and lack of fighting did severely weaken him and his knowledge and all that, would suddenly be strong enough to battle people who can bring gods of destruction to over halfway mark. It was personally bullshit for me. Now, if it was just the fact that he was impressively powerful considering how weak he was presenting the rest of Super, I wouldn't bother. But it's all the other people will say how much stronger, how great, and how amazing he is. Like Steven Universe people constantly saying it's great and amazing, but I will in the end just be like, hate. But even though his praising was a bit over the top, I still like his character. I like his fight battles. He was great. I only wish that he wouldn't just be praised by fans so much. But just so you know, even if you are fans of Gohan, if he's your favorite character, I'm not saying you wrong. It was just that you people were a bit over the top in this tournament of power. So yeah. Number 7. Goku. He was too generic, there wasn't much to him, and as much as it was entertaining his battles were in some of his comedies, there was a lot of problems, like constantly letting his guard down, having people that could easily taken down with one arm on his own, get him in trouble, being oblivious to the insane point. And legitimately never really having great enough reactions when it comes to universes being erased. Like, seriously, did he even react when he saw Guvasu get erased or something? So yeah, I wish he would do something more, he would just be the generic protagonist. And I do like the fact they didn't have him win in the end, because that seems to be a lot of flaws with these kind and stuff, where the main character just automatically wins. But besides, it was good. His battles again great. His character was a bit annoying how stupid he was, but outside that he was a pretty good character. Number 6. Master Roshi. He battled as strongly as he could. He showcased that even though he's severely weaker than other characters, he can still fight. He's shown us why he still is believed to be the god of fighting or something, whatever they're called. He was a great character. His fight was good. I really like even though I don't exactly have as much of a connection to, like, when they are emotional, it did really make me feel for the characters when they were believing that Master Roshi would die. Plus, he eliminated himself because he knew that he couldn't do anything more. So it was good they actually shown us different variations of someone being eliminated, not just being overpowered or something. So yeah, that was pretty good. Number 5. Piccolo. Even though he went out like a bitch, he was all in all a great fighter. His battles were good, his personality was decent, his mental training thing with Gohan was great, his whole ending battle with the two Namekians was alright, and I did like how he wasn't completely confused with Universe 6's say Namekians. It was more damn, and he was more like expecting someone like that. And his whole battles, those were again good. He's a great character, even though he did went out like a bitch. His battling was great, his power wasn't exactly the most questionable, and he was pretty well done. Number 4. Android 17. The winner of the Tournament of Power. His character was great, his battling was amazing, he showed out why he's a champion, and he definitely demonstrated he actually has knowledge, and he was using other stuff outside of battles, like his training with animals to showcase how he can beat some opponents. The fact he actually knows the most specifics about how to make Adriatic's leg a little bit less hurt. His whole barrier thing was used very much, and the fact that he actually was actually a character saving him to last longer was great. His sacrifice was amazing, and all in all, he was great. The only reason why he's not higher is because I prefer the other ones. Number 3. Now, ignoring the obvious in Android 18, directly this is gorgeous. I really like the character. She definitely showed that she's powerful. She also demonstrated a lot of those, character, compassion, and all that. Her elimination was the fact that she knew that she need to save A17 because he has more of a chance at being on the roster than she does if she stays. Her whole thing was good, and the whole reaction to 17, like, first thought that he's dead. I wish she'd be more into, like, crying, her bouncing her eyes, that Queen actually just to comfort her was decent, and the fact that she actually jumped right into to his arms and some just way to land was good. She's a great character. It was great to see her in action. It was just great. Number 2. Frieza. He's awesome. He was badass. His power was amazing. His personality was great. I like how he actually had to suck his pride and to team up with that stupid monkey Goku to eliminate Jiren. He was great. He was amazing in combat. He was great. Like, he was amazing. Like, his battle was awesome. The way how he basically acted was great. His laugh was great. And he was just great. I can't complain anything about him except the fact that he was even more... He couldn't be even more greater if he was allowed to kill people, it would be actually even greater, but still. He was amazing and completely dominated. And now, number 1 is... Vegeta. He's shown power. He's so concerned for his family, for his Saiyan race, for Universe 6 Saiyans. He's shown the fact that he respects Universe 6 Saiyans more because they are actually doing good in the world where his guy was doing mistakes. He basically stayed to when he was eliminated. He basically said to Belmont when he was talking shit about Goku, douchebag, us Saiyans have been suppressing our limits for this entire tournament, and you dare consider thinking that it's impossible for us to find, for Goku to find a way to defeat Jiren? Are you a moron or something? It was great. His jokes was amazing. He was just an amazing character with amazing fights, and the only thing that make him better is if he won. Outside that, he was fucking badass. Also, he's one of the few characters that actually showcase the loss of stamina as a bad thing. Hell, I think he's the only one. So yeah, he was awesome. Now, I hope you liked this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And that's it, I cannot wait to see all people next time. Bye.